Okay, here's a quick review on the new Apple iPad 32 gig Wi-Fi. I've had this now for about 24 hours and I thought it would be worth giving you guys an update on how I've found it, the good things about it and the bad things about it. Now, what I've done before I go any further is I've actually installed a screen shield on the front and on the back of it. So you'll probably see a little bit of haze on the front of the screen. That's because I used this product here called Bodyguards. It's a product that I paid around about $40 for, and it does have a scratch-proof clear plastic for the front and the back, and that's what's on there at the moment. Now, they do say that at the beginning, when you install it, you will have some haze or smudges on it, but that clears up over the next couple of days. Now, just to give people that aren't aware of what the iPad is, it's a tablet device made by Apple. It's actually designed to be the in-between of the iPhone and the Macintosh computer. Now, it's very similar to an iPhone. If you're familiar with an iPhone, it's got a dock connector down the front there, down the back there for the syncing of iTunes. It does have a speaker. On the side here we do have a volume switch and a screen lock, which stops the screen from rotating. On the front here we do have, on the top here we have the headphone jack and the on and off switch as well. Apart from that, there's nothing else on it. On the back it's quite clear, and let's get straight into it. So as you can see there, we do have the home screen. Turn that on, go straight into the menu. Now, this being Wi-Fi, it is heavily dependent on Wi-Fi areas. So if you're used to your iPhone and getting your emails and things out and about where there is no Wi-Fi, it's probably best that you do wait for the 3G version. Otherwise, if you're happy just to use this for an area where you're predominantly in Wi-Fi areas, then this is probably the better one for you. I've tried a whole lot of applications on here, and there's been some that I've been really impressed with and some that I've been really disappointed with. The first one I've been really disappointed with is Facebook. Now, they haven't got a native iPad app, and the one that you can use on there is the one from the iPhone, and as you can see when you first install it, it's the size of the iPhone and it's really tiny. It doesn't really do much for the iPad at all. You can press this little button down here which actually expands it up, but even then I'm still not entirely happy with it. So Facebook really needs to come out soon with an app. Ones that have done a very good job with it is eBay. So if you have a look here at eBay, it's designed for the iPad. There is a lot involved in it, so let's just go and look for an iPad on eBay. And as you can see, look at the pictures. They come up with big, beautiful pictures. And you know, if there's a listing here that you like, you can then actually select that listing. It brings up some information about it, so you can see all the details about it, the seller, the feedback. You can see the description. You can make that full screen as well if you want. So if you want to get the full screen of the description, very, very good. They've done a good job with this one. You can place a bid if you like by pressing the place a bid button, and then it will take you in and ask you what your bid is. The keyboard is really, really good as well. I find that using the keyboard in Notes, I gave it a bit of a test today, and I'll just bring it up here for a second, and let's flip it around. So let me just bring up the keyboard. As you can see, it is a full QWERTY keyboard. Now here's my keyboard that I normally use, and as you can see, the buttons are fairly identical. So if you're happy to use a full keyboard, this will do the trick. So let me just do the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Now I got a little bit of it wrong, so let me try it again. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it there, let me just try to zoom in a bit. Did okay, considering that I was typing really fast and on this keyboard, but as you can see, the keyboard is absolutely fantastic. Really happy with the keyboard. I'll go into iBooks. iBooks is one of the new things that they've featured for the iPad. As you can see there, you've got your bookstore with a series of books, and you do have a bookstore. So if you go into the bookstore, there's your bookstore. And you can preview books. You can actually download a sample of the book, a couple of pages. You can have a flick through it. If you like it, you can choose to buy it. Also, they've got like book clubs. So we're down here. We've got the Oprah Winfrey Book Club. There she is, and there's all the books that she recommends. So let's just go back to my library and pick a book. So we'll do Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is free when you get the iBook. And there's your chapters, and then if you just want to change the pages, all you do is just move your finger across as if you're turning the page. Very, very beautiful. You can always go back, and what you can do is, if you don't want to swipe your finger, you can just tap, and if you want to tap the other way, like so. You can also change the font if you're not happy with the font. So you've got all these different choices of fonts that you can use. So at the moment it's on Verdana. You can make it Times New Roman, Cochin, whatever the ones you want. You can actually even increase the font if you have trouble reading as well. Also you've got the brightness, which I found to be quite good as well. So you've got the brightness level here. So you know, in the dark or in the daylight you can turn it down. In the nighttime you can turn it up. Another cool thing is the dictionary. So if you pick a word, you just hold it down, you press the dictionary button, and next minute it will bring up the meaning of that word, which I thought was really good as well. You've also got the iWork apps that you can pay for. I'm playing around with them at the moment. I really, really do like them. The to-do apps are pretty good. But one of the other things I'm really addicted to at the moment, I've been playing this quite heavily, is this pinball game. I'm not a pinball person, but this one has just got me really addicted to it. So, just to play the pinball, you just swing it back and then you press these buttons just to work the flippers. Really, really good. So as you can see, the graphics are fantastic on it. It's really fast. It's a lot faster than the iPhone, and the battery life so far has been quite good. Everyone keeps talking about how good the battery life is. Obviously I've only had it for just under 24 hours, so I haven't really gave the battery a good workout. But I've played movies on it, I've played games, I've surfed the net, and a whole lot more. So that's the pinball game. Also, you've got these notepads that you can use. You can write notes. Now, I've bought the Pogo stylus, which looks like, if I can find it, because we are running out of time very shortly. It's in my jacket. But what you can do is you can actually draw or use a stylus to write names. You can actually use an eraser as well. Now, this is prone for fingerprints as well, so that's something else that you've got to be mindful of. I highly recommend that you invest yourself into a case of iClear. I've already cleaned this a couple of times already. Magazines look great. There's the Time magazine application. The magazines look fantastic in it, so either which way you want to look at it, they look really good. And as you can see, no matter which way I turn, it's also going to make it easier for me to read. So there you go. So there's my review of the Apple iPad. What I'll do is I'll keep doing reviews on this channel, and you'll get to see reviews on the individual apps as well. So stay tuned. So I hope you like it. In short, Wi-Fi is good for the people that are going to use it in Wi-Fi areas, but I highly recommend the 3G one if you're out and about. I'll more than likely will upgrade to the 3G as well. And I'll talk to you soon.